India joins the US-led Pax Silica alliance aimed at strengthening resilient supply chains for critical minerals and artificial intelligence while countering China's dominance in rare earths. The declaration is signed at the India AI Impact Summit in New Delhi. Day 5 of the AI Impact Summit witnesses high drama amid shirtless protests. People allegedly belonging to the Youth Congress take off their shirts and shout slogans in protest against the India-US trade deal. The BJP calls the Congress shameless and the protests an attempt to sabotage India's global image. The Supreme Court tells the Calcutta High Court to appoint judicial officers for helping West Bengal in carrying out revision of electoral rolls. The court says we are hardly left with any option. An unfortunate blame game is going on between the state government and the Election Commission. Therefore, the court says it is forced to pass an extraordinary order under extraordinary circumstances. Communal tensions erupt across Karnataka, Telangana and Madhya Pradesh as processions clash with prayers. Stone pelting in Bagalkot, scuffles in Hyderabad and temple vandalism in Jabalpur trigger crackdowns, detentions and heavy police deployment. India-Bangladesh ties witness a thaw as Dhaka resumes visas for Indians after an earlier freeze triggered by protests and diplomatic strain. Days after Prime Minister Tariq Rahman took charge, full visa services, including for medical and tourist visas, are restored. Trump once again claims he brokered the ceasefire between India and Pakistan last year, says he halted military standoff. Can I do this headline again? Sorry. Just this headline. Kar sakte hai na? Okay. Should I continue? Trump once again claims he brokered the ceasefire between India and Pakistan last year, says he halted the military standoff by threatening 200% tariffs on the two countries. Also alleges that 11 jets were downed during the 4-day conflict. India maintains no third country intervened. Global outrage and alarm as reports suggest a new law in Afghanistan would equate women with slaves and permit husbands and so-called slave masters to physically punish them as long as no bones are broken or open wounds inflicted. Amid growing concern over Imran Khan's deteriorating health, a close aide to Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif claims Khan has rejected at least 2 back-channel attempts to cut a deal for his release from jail. Hello and welcome to the Times of India. You're watching Headlines at 8 with me, Neha Khanna. India has formally joined Pax Silica, a US-led strategic alliance aimed at strengthening resilient supply chains for critical minerals and artificial intelligence while countering China's dominance in rare earths. The declaration was signed today at the India AI Impact Summit in New Delhi, marking India's formal entry into a framework designed to build a secure, resilient and innovation-driven supply chain for critical minerals and artificial intelligence. The initiative seeks to enhance technological cooperation and ensure secure access to key resources essential for next-generation industries. The move comes amid efforts by New Delhi and Washington to finalize a proposed trade deal and advance several other initiatives to deepen bilateral ties following a period of strain in relations. After signing the pact, Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnav, said India has become a part of the Pax Silica. This will greatly benefit India's electronics and semiconductor industry. 10 plants are already established in India and are in the process of being established, and very soon The first semiconductor plant will begin commercial production. A complete ecosystem is emerging in India. Pack Silica will be crucial for this, and the youth of India will benefit from it. Describing the initiative as a strategic coalition between India and the United States to shape the 21st century economic and technological order, US Ambassador Sergio Gore said India's participation is strategic and essential, as he cited the country's engineering talent, progress in mineral processing and role in strengthening US-India technology cooperation. He said the partnership aims to advance trusted AI globally, emphasizing that peace comes through strength. The Pack Silica initiative was launched in December at a summit in Washington with partner nations including Australia, Greece, Israel, Japan, Qatar, the Republic of Korea, Singapore, the United Arab Emirates and the United Kingdom. Pack Silica is a US-led strategic alliance launched to secure the global supply chain for artificial intelligence and semiconductors, marking a shift from the 20th century reliance on oil and steel to an economy empowered by silicon and critical minerals.
An honor to stand before all of you here today here in New Delhi at this historic moment as we welcome India into Pack Silica. Just over a month ago, I arrived in this extraordinary nation as the US ambassador. In my first weeks, I've walked the halls of South Block, met with innovators in Bangalore, and broke bread with entrepreneurs who are building the future. What struck me most wasn't just India's scale, although that is breathtaking. It's India's resolve, the determination to chart your own course. I keep talking about the limitless potential between our two nations, and I truly mean it. From the trade deal to Pack Silica to defense cooperation, the potential for our two nations to work together is truly limitless. And I aim to fulfill that over the next 3 years that I'm here. Earlier this month, we concluded the interim trade agreement, a deal that shapes the economic contours of the Indo-Pacific. We overcame friction points that had held us back for far too long. That agreement wasn't just about trade flows or tariff schedules. It was about two great democracies saying we will build together, not just buy from one another. And now today, we take the next step. India joins Pack Silica, the coalition that will define the 21st century economic and technological order. India's entry into Pack Silica isn't just symbolic, it's strategic, it's essential. India is a nation with deep talent, deep enough to rival challengers. India's engineering depth offers critical capabilities for this vital coalition. In addition to talent, India has made important strides towards critical mineral processing capacity, and that's something that we're fully engaged on also. Policies that will reinforce US-India tech cooperation will power AI innovation and adoption for years to come. We can share trusted AI technology with the world, and especially with partners like India. And critically, India brings strength. Peace doesn't come from hoping adversaries will play fair. We all know they won't. Peace comes through strength. India understands this. India understands strong borders. India understands this part of the world. That strength, that sovereignty, is exactly what Pack Silica amplifies. Because here's the truth, strength multiplies when it's connected.
ऐसा जोश है पता नहीं चला अभी भी पता नहीं चला आपकी जनरेशन में कोई अलग तरीका भी है लाउड चीयर यस अब पता चला कि देयर इज सम जोश एक बार और excellent good now we start एक और भारत माता की भारत माता की ये रियल जोश है Thank you very much, Under Secretary Helberg, Mr. Crestios, Ambassador Gore, Sundar, Sanjay, the entire team which has worked, Secretary Krishnan. I would like to extend my special thanks to Minister Jaishankar, Minister Piyush Goyal, and to the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, who has made all this possible, this entire AI Impact Summit, the silicon supply chain that we are building, and that huge set of new opportunities which are coming for the young population which is here. Give a big round of applause for the entire team which has worked for it. We are not just holding a summit here. We are building the future. We are laying the foundation for the young generation. आप सबकी जनरेशन के लिए एक नया फाउंडेशन बन रहा है, एक नया आपके लिए नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज आए, उस सब की आज नींव रखी जा रही है, जिससे आने वाले समय में आप लोग अपनी जर्नी वहां तक लेके जाए जहां भारत को एक विकसित भारत बनाने का सपना है. भारत आज एक यंग नेशन है, 28 years मीडियन एज, लंबी ग्रोथ का पाथ है. 2047 में भी भारत एक यंग नेशन रहेगा विद 37 years की मीडियन एज. And that means beyond 2047 also there will be a growth period of another 50 years. Another 50 years. उस ग्रोथ के भागीदार आप होंगे, उस ग्रोथ को बनाने वाले आप सब यंग माइंड्स होंगे, उस ग्रोथ का जो बेनिफिट लेना है उसका भी, उसके भागीदार भी आप सब होंगे. 47 से अगर यही स्पिरिट रहती तो कितनी कंपाउंडिंग हो गई होती भारत की ग्रोथ में, वी कैन ऑल इमेजिन. कोई दिक्कत नहीं, 2014 से ही सही. अब इस कंपाउंडिंग का बेनिफिट आपकी जनरेशन को मिलेगा. आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक all the participants and special thanks to the efforts done by Ambassador Sergio Gore, Under Secretary Helberg, and Mr. Castios for making India part of the Pax Silica. And there are good reasons for it. Today, our talented engineers are designing the most complex, most advanced 2 nanometer chips here in India. 2 nanometer chips. और दोस्तों, 2 नैनोमीटर चिप्स, 2 नैनोमीटर की चिप्स दुनिया में डिजाइन करने वाले लोग इस हाथ से ज्यादा काउंट नहीं कर सकते. ये कैपेबिलिटी हमारे इंजीनियर्स की है. We all know semiconductor industry will need about 1 million more talented people. 1 million more. 10 लाख से ज्यादा सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री में टैलेंट की रिक्वायरमेंट है. 10 लाख लोगों की. वो टैलेंट कहां से आएगा? कहां से आएगा? कहां से आएगा? यहीं से आएगा. और उसकी तैयारी कैसे की है? 315 यूनिवर्सिटीज, 315 यूनिवर्सिटीज. आज स्टूडेंट्स के पास में वर्ल्ड के बेस्ट सेमीकंडक्टर डिजाइन टूल्स हैं. सिनॉप्सिस के, कैडेंस के, सीमेंस के, और एब्सोल्युटली फ्री. स्टूडेंट्स को 1 रुपया भी वहां पे कॉस्ट नहीं देनी पड़ती. और इसका रिजल्ट आया है. ये 22 में प्रोग्राम चालू किया था. आज आसाम से, जम्मू कश्मीर से, उड़ीसा से, राजस्थान से, छत्तीसगढ़ से, तेलंगाना से, केरल से, तमिलनाडु से, सब जगह से स्टूडेंट्स चिप्स डिजाइन कर रहे हैं. कुछ लोग हैं जो चिप्स कहते हैं, पोटैटो चिप्स याद आती है उनको. छोड़ो उनको, वो अभी थोड़ा रोना धोना है उनका, चलता रहेगा. कभी पार्लियामेंट में रोते हैं, कभी कहां रोते हैं. चलता रहेगा वो सब. तो हमें आगे बढ़ना है. देश को एक दिशा, एक क्लियर एम, एक क्लियर गोल है देश के सामने, और उसमें है सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री में, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंडस्ट्री में लीडरशिप लेनी है दुनिया की.
People allegedly belonging to the Youth Congress took off their shirts at the venue of the summit and began shouting slogans in protest against the India-US trade deal. From the beginning, the Congress has alleged that the trade deal is anti-India and hurts the interests of Indian farmers. In fact, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has accused Prime Minister Modi of selling out India and signing the deal under pressure from US President Donald Trump. At the AI summit today, the protesters tried to disrupt the event as they managed to acquire the QR codes needed for entry to Bharat Mandapam, the high-security venue hosting the summit. Reacting to the protest, Union Minister Bhupender Yadav called the disruption absolute shamelessness from the Congress. He said at a time when Bharat is taking strides, positioning itself as a global technology powerhouse, the Congress is going all out to embarrass the country. This is not political opposition. This is an attempt at sabotaging India's global image. Despicable. The BJP also called the attempt to disrupt the AI summit a result of the Congress's jealousy of the India growth story. BJP spokesperson Nalin Kohli said, for the Congress, AI means anti-India. The Congress has once again proven that INC is actually ANC or anti-national Congress. The protesters are not just shirtless, but characterless as well.
आज यूथ कांग्रेस के साथियों ने आई समिट में जाके पीएम इज कंप्रोमाइज्ड के नारे लगाए हैं और ये रोष सिर्फ हमारे यूथ कांग्रेस के साथियों का नहीं है, हर उस युवा का है जो आज बेरोजगार घूम रहा है और उस हर एक युवा को पता है कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री कंप्रोमाइज्ड हैं और तभी ये बेरोजगारी कैसे दूर हो उसके बारे में कुछ नहीं सोच रहे। ये जो ट्रेड डील अभी यूएस के साथ हुई है, हम सब जानते हैं इससे हमारे देश के किसानों को और लोगों को नुकसान होगा, फायदा सिर्फ अमेरिका को होगा। कोई भी रीजन हो सकता है, स्पिन फाइल में उनका नाम है या अडानी को बचाना है, कुछ भी कारण होगा, लेकिन नुकसान हमारे देश के युवाओं को हो रहा है और हमारा फर्ज बनता है उनकी आवाज उठाना। और यहां तक देश के इमेज की बात है, देश की इमेज इससे खराब नहीं होती। हमारे देश में डेमोक्रेसी है, ये सच्चाई है कि आज हमारा हक है, डेमोक्रेसी हमारा राइट है, हम पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट कहीं भी कर सकते हैं। देश की छवि तब खराब होती है जब देश के प्रधानमंत्री दुनिया के सबसे बड़े सीरियल रेपिस्ट की सलाह लेकर इजराइल जाके नाचे गाएं, छवि तब खराब होती है देश की।
शर्मनाक घटना भारत मंडपम में करने का प्रयास कांग्रेस के युवा संगठन ने करने का प्रयास किया है। पूरी दुनिया के अंदर भारत की छवि को खराब करने का कुत्सित प्रयास हुआ और हम इसकी निंदा करते हैं। यह बहुत ही शर्मनाक घटना है कांग्रेस के लोगों के द्वारा, कांग्रेस के नेताओं का ये
का तो काम ही यही है। जरूर वो काफी डर गए होंगे कि इतना अच्छा, इतना शानदार एआई समिट कैसे हुआ। और दूसरी बात, भारत जब तेजी से आगे जा रहा है, जैसे नौजवानों की आवाज आपने सुनी, पीपल फ्रॉम ऑल पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री आर basically they are looking at this as a new opportunity for them, and this is the time when we should keep the summit above politics. We should make sure that everybody supports, everybody cooperates with this effort. Then only the country can grow forward.
The Supreme Court today told the Calcutta High Court to appoint judicial officers for helping West Bengal in carrying out the Special Intensive Revision or SIR exercise, saying we are hardly left with any option. The court said an unfortunate blame game has been going on between the state government and the Election Commission over the voter roll clean-up drive, and the judicial officers can look into claims and objections. Chief Justice of India, Justice Surya Kant, said, there is an unfortunate scenario of allegations and counter-allegations which shows a trust deficit between two constitutional functionaries, the state government and the Election Commission. Now the process is stuck at the stage of claims and objections of the people who have been included in the discrepancy list. The Supreme Court told the High Court to free up serving and even former judicial officers in the rank of district judge for SIR work, saying it had to pass an extraordinary order due to extraordinary circumstances. To work out the finer details, the Supreme Court directed the State Election Commissioner, the Chief Secretary, the Police Chief and other top officers to hold a meeting with the High Court Chief Justice. The Chief Justice of India then added, a situation is being created where judicial officers have to intervene. We are expecting cooperation by the state. Is this the level of communication from the state? For the 9th February order, you responded on the 17th of February. You're saying the state government is examining the officers. Examining how? You should have written that 8,500 officers have been sent. We are not micro-observers. We are disappointed to see this. We thought states would cooperate. We don't want private explanations. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee had brought the SIR battle to the national capital earlier this month. After meeting the top 3 Election Commission officials, she said, "I can get lakhs of people to Delhi to parade before the Election Commission." With assembly elections in the state months away, Banerjee has been raising allegations against the Election Commission of misusing the voter roll cleanup exercise to exclude genuine voters. She asked the poll panel why it did not conduct the SIR exercise in BJP-ruled Assam, which has historically seen tension and conflict over the issue of illegal immigration and demographic change. She alleged Bengal and Kerala have been unfairly targeted by the poll body, which she described as BJP's agent. At the first meeting of the Board of Peace in Washington, US President Donald Trump reignited controversy by claiming that he personally halted the India-Pakistan military standoff during Operation Sindoor last year, threatening both nuclear-armed rivals with 200% tariffs if they did not stop fighting. Trump escalated his narrative further, alleging that 11 fighter jets were shot down during the conflict, a figure that has steadily grown in his retelling of events. India has firmly rejected any suggestion of third-party mediation, maintaining that the ceasefire understanding was bilateral. New Delhi has also declined to confirm aircraft losses, with the Chief of Defence Staff avoiding specific numbers, while the Indian Air Force stated no pilot was killed in action. Trump's remarks created an awkward moment when he asked Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif to stand, as he repeated claims that Sharif credited him with saving 25 million lives. Trump asserted that he leveraged trade as a weapon of diplomacy, saying he warned both sides that he would halt deals and impose crippling tariffs unless hostilities ceased. He also claimed he knew Prime Minister Modi very well and used economic pressure to force a truce. The latest statement adds to a shifting timeline of figures from 5 jets to now 11 jets. In Trump's narrative, that number just keeps going up. If you thought life for women in Taliban-ruled Afghanistan couldn't get any worse, we have news for you. A newly introduced penal code in that country has sparked outrage and alarm among women's rights groups. The law reportedly equates women with slaves and permits husbands and so-called slave masters to physically punish them as long as no bones are broken or open wounds are inflicted. Another provision of the penal code reportedly classifies society into multiple tiers, with punishments differing based on one's position within the hierarchy. The code reportedly distinguishes punishments based on whether a person is deemed free or a slave. Under the 90-page document signed by the group's supreme leader, Hibatullah Akhundzada, religious leaders are placed at the top, followed by elites, the middle class, and then the lower class. The new caste-based system means that if a religious scholar commits a crime, the maximum consequence is a warning or advice. Members of the social elite may receive advice and potentially a court summons, while those in the middle class can face imprisonment. For the lower class, punishments can include both imprisonment as well as corporal punishment. Copies of the new criminal code have reportedly been circulated to courts across Afghanistan. Serious crimes under the code are to be punished by Islamic clerics rather than correctional services. For lesser offences, the code prescribes discretionary punishment, which, in the context of a wife, as the offender, means a beating administered by her husband. Although the code technically allows women to seek legal recourse if assaulted, it sets high barriers. Women must present evidence of serious bodily harm by displaying their injuries to a judge, while remaining fully covered and accompanied by their husband or a male chaperone, even if the accused is the husband himself. Under the new code, even when women manage to navigate all legal and social obstacles to prove a serious assault, by their spouse, the maximum sentence that can be handed to the husband is 15 days in jail. Human rights experts confirm that the Taliban's code does not explicitly prohibit or condemn physical, psychological or sexual violence against women. Then there is Article 34, which states that if a woman repeatedly goes to her father's house without her husband's permission and does not return home despite her husband's request, the woman and any member of her family who has prevented her from returning to her husband's house are deemed criminal and will be sentenced to 3 months imprisonment. Even as global concern grows over the deteriorating health condition of jailed former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, a top aide to Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has now claimed that Khan has rejected all back-channel deals that have been offered to him for his release from jail. Pakistan Prime Minister's advisor, Rana Sanaullah, claims 2 negotiations, one involving Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi and another led by overseas interlocutors, collapsed after Imran Khan initially agreed but later withdrew from the deal. Islamabad insists it has been seeking a political resolution but alleges that Imran Khan wants the government ousted before any compromise can be reached. This comes as alarm is growing over the cricketer turned politician's deteriorating health behind bars, with his family alleging unimaginable mistreatment. They say Khan has lost 85% vision in one eye due to inadequate medical care. As Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf supporters blockade highways and stage sit-ins near Parliament, protests are swelling nationwide. A court-appointed lawyer's report stating that Imran Khan may in fact be going blind has intensified pressure, while authorities' silence on specialist medical care is fueling outrage, pushing Pakistan towards a volatile confrontation between state power and the supporters of a leader who still commands the streets. That's all the time we have on this edition of Headlines at 8. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend ahead. Do join us again on Monday.